welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a footpod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a footpod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. And welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a footpod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a footpod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. And welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live around the world on Facebook, on twitch.tv, on Mixer and on YouTube. While we're getting everything set up, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Runs and Rides YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/FilmMyRun, on Twitter at FilmMyRun, and you can also go to the website, which is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, and watch me do all the hard work. Nearly missed the start, didn't I? Very nearly missed the start. Wasn't paying attention. I haven't put my heart rate on either. That's annoying. Let me just put my heart rate on. That'll knock me back a little bit, but hopefully not too much. Menu. Pair. Come on, heart rate. There we are. Okay. Okay. Back. Right, hello there, welcome along to Zwift's Wednesday workout. This session designed by Sean from HQ, and you can tell it's designed by somebody different to Tim because Tim is a hard taskmaster, and actually Group A tonight doesn't look too bad. I say that maybe before I've actually done it, and maybe I'll be saying something different at the end, but at the moment, it looks all right. Jason Mellett, thank you very much for your ride on.
Ride on!
So we'll see what happens. Brian Perring is in Group A tonight as well. Christophe Vidu is in Group A, Waters is in Group A. And lots of usual faces: Ian Matthews, Brian Dale, Urquhart, Ryan Downey is in Group B. And thanks for the ride-ons, everybody.
Ride on!
I am watching Facebook chat, watching YouTube chat. Do say hello if you would like to. And it's a very short session as well, only 6 kilometres. This session is designed as a way to build strength, work on pacing and increase top-end speed. And I'm going old school tonight with the blue Zwift top because I couldn't find my orange one, which is probably in the wash. See Nolan, thank you for the ride on.
Ride on!
So good to be on a Wednesday evening. I've had a bit of a rest day today. Not done an awful lot. So should be fresh. Andrew Cutmore, thank you.
Ride on!
Let's get some camera angles. Hopefully that'll give us something nice to look at as we do the workout. So 500 metres to go, and then the main set. We've got a 1,000 metre set at 13.5, 800 metres at 13.8, 400 metres at 14.5, and 200 metres at 15.2. There might be a bit more after that as well. So, but it's not too bad. For Group A, tonight, it's okay. And we're on the track, which everybody is loving. Burnt Toast says, ride on, thank you Burnt Toast.
Ride on!
Yeah, everyone is loving the track, which is weird, isn't it, really? But it isn't, it's a very cool track. So short, sharp and sweet. This session will be over before we know it. But as always with Wednesdays, it is an interval session. So we work hard and then we recover. Or we work hard and we recover. Great cardio sessions, these. It gets the heart rate up, brings it down, gets the heart rate back up again, brings it down. Great muscle workout. 200 metres to go, and we will jump up to our first speed of 13.5 kilometres per hour. And Gary made his debut on the track today. Yeah, I heard you were going to try and beat 5 minutes for a mile, but then didn't do it in the end, or didn't try in the end. You'll get there. I know your 1 mile PB is pretty decent anyway. Chris Nolan missed his run this morning as he needed more sleep. I missed my run this morning because I needed more rest as well. Not necessarily sleep, just not running for a few hours. And Andrew Cutmore says, how's the training plan going? Yeah, you're right, it is early days, so as long as I can get between 1,000 and 2,000 metres of elevation every week, I will be happy. I'm not even that worried about distance, as long as, I'll need to be doing at least 40 to 60 miles a week. But as long as I can do 40 to 60 miles a week and at least 1,000 metres, if not 2,000 metres elevation, I'll be happy. And so far this week, we're on track to do that. Andrew is referring to my training regime for the next 8 weeks to prepare me for my run across Gran Canaria in March. And tomorrow, ultra runners of the world will all find out whether they've got a place at UTMB at the end of August. So it's a big day for ultra runners tomorrow as the ballot results are announced. It's kind of like the London Marathon for ultra runners. Ballot results tomorrow. And Four of Hearts is sorry to miss us, but they did their intervals for the first time on the track just a minute ago, so well done to you. So we're into our first set, 1 kilometre at 13.5. And it is lovely going around the track because you pass so many people. Tim's obviously not with us because Tim's still on holiday in Portugal. There's my speed. I've got no elevation on the treadmill today. And my heart rate is going to play that game again tonight of not being right for the first 2 or 3 kilometres. There we are. Make my watch a bit tighter, sometimes that helps. I've just noticed the name of this workout is called Jefferson Seaplane. So Sean's surname is Jefferson, so Sean from Zwift HQ, he designed this workout. And Sean is a pretty decent runner in his own right. Sub 4 minutes for 1 mile. Sub 4 minutes for 1 mile. Although, I don't know when that was. That could have been 20 years ago for I know, so... Oh, and Spajut from Sweden is with us in Group C. Always love that name. Allard and Tardif from Canada, hello to you guys. Williamson from Norway, Tomlin and Waters from the UK. And thanks for the ride on, David.
Ride on.
David Vinneman. Right, less than 200 metres to go and then it's recovery time. Just had a meeting today with Zwift HQ about the national running show in the UK. So it's all looking good. I will be there 25th and 26th of January. We have a booth at the National Running Show at the NEC in Birmingham for the whole weekend. So hopefully we'll see you there. Sisuthan from France, thank you.
Ride on.
Okay, 200 metres recovery. I've turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, says Sean. Ryan, no, they didn't because it was specifically a meeting about the National Running Show. It wasn't our community meeting, this is a different meeting. What are you expecting them to say, Ryan, so I can be primed and ready when we next talk to them? I appreciate you're running and it's difficult to type, sorry. Okay. I need to work Ryan's name into the conversation. All right, I will do, and I'll see what they say, yes. Right then, here we go with the next set, 13.8, and this is for 800 metres, so slightly faster, slightly shorter.
Okay, let's go.
13.8, please return to your seat. The pace has just been turned up. So nice and easy, still relaxing at this point. Not even halfway through yet. Ginger Citizen, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on.
Yes, Ryan Dell says he likes this non-Tim workout. It's a bit easier, isn't it? Elliot Blake, thanks for the ride on. And Kevin Wally as well, thank you for your ride on. So, yeah. And Munier, thank you as well for your ride on.
Ride on.
I'm sure Tim is watching. He did say I should do this twice because I said it was looking a bit easy. And Ryan Perring, yeah, you should have put 15% incline on this. This is too easy for you. Yeah, I know he's on holiday, but I'll bet you a million years he's sitting in his hotel room looking at the laptop watching. Jason, thanks for the ride on.
Ride on.
So 400 metres to go. And Sean says we're looking sharp. So if you want to, after the run, you can go on Zwift Runner's Facebook page and tell Sean what you thought of his workout. Always good to have feedback. Ryan says Tim's the best. Don't say that, he'll just make the workouts harder next time. Oh no, now Downey's gone into romantic mode. He's tall, I'll give him that. Tall and dark. Right, approaching 3 kilometres run. There we go. Although not according to the kilometre splits on the left. My wife ran earlier today and she suffered a major distance bug. She started running and it already said 1.6 kilometres done. Richter, thank you for your ride on, buddy.
Ride on.
And Tom Sunday, thank you.
Ride on.
They really do need to get that sorted out, don't they? Okay, coming up to 400 metres rest now. There we go. And Christoph, thank you very much as well.
Ride on.
So, 400 metres rest. Bring the heart rate down a bit. And then we're getting into a bit more speed work. So 400 metres at 14.5, 200 metres at 15.2, and I imagine there's one or two more after that, a little bit faster. But we're going nowhere near the 19 kilometres an hour that Tim sometimes programs in for us. Ryan Perring's heart rate is 172 BPM. Mine is currently 144, but coming down after that. And Ryan Downey is at 1:53 heart rate. So nice little recovery here. Nice aerial view of the track there as well. You can see the road where the cyclists go, and we can go on there as well. Runners can go anywhere on the thing is, runners have got access to far more miles of road than the cyclists have. There are places that we can go that cyclists cannot go, but there's nowhere that cyclists can go where runners can't go. And Ryan Perring's getting some Bluetooth dropouts, which is annoying. Okay, here we go with 14.5 kilometres per hour.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. And Haysom, thanks for the ride on.
Right on.
So keep your body nice and straight. A slight lean forward maybe. But you need to stretch out that spine, make sure your lungs are nicely open. Get a lot of oxygen in there. That oxygen will help to burn the glycogen and give your muscles the energy needed to run. Ryan Downey, thanks for your ride on.
Right on.
I will drop ride-ons at the end. And Sean says maintain that perfect form all the way to the arch. Arms moving forward and not across your body if you can avoid it. Head up. And keep as relaxed as you can. Shoulders down. And breathe.
Jack it up.
Litchfield, Tim Litchfield, thank you.
Right on.
And there we are. Tom Sunder, no it isn't. Tom says, is the arch supposed to move? No, we think that's to do with the distance bug. Derrida, thank you very much. Derrida from Belgium.
Right on.
4 kilometres done. Just over 2 to go of Wednesday workout. Yeah, definitely a little bug in the Zwift software to do with distance. And they are well aware of it, but I don't know when they're going to push out an update which deals with it. Okay, so we've got 2 sets of 200 metres at 15.2. I don't know if there's one more faster. Looks like there might be one more faster after that. Yeah, Ryan Perring is pointing that out as well. Distance a long way off again. Definitely a track length issue. Right, 150 metres, and then we go up again. 200 metres though this time, so shorter, at 15.2 kilometres per hour. Heart rate is 133, so very comfortable at the moment. We should be all right, given the recoveries we've got. Should be okay to stay relatively easy. Matt Samuels, thanks for your ride on.
Ride on.
30 metres, 20 metres.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Let's go. Just got to stay relaxed. Let your legs and the treadmill belt do the work. Upper body nice and stable. Ryan Downey says, we all look great, thank you very much.
Nice.
There we are. Short recovery as well. Oh, okay, so it's recovery time. After this next one, it is basically recovery time. I thought we might have one more hit of a fast one, but no. Willie Grider says, somebody just went past in the opposite direction. Oh yes, look. Well, I guess you can turn round. I don't suppose there's anything stopping you hitting the turn around button. Interesting though, because I hadn't seen anybody do that, and we're supposed to be programmed to run on the left. So maybe if you turn the other way, you run on the left on the other side. Yeah, no reason why not, Willie. And Paul Carter said he did his treadmill session earlier. Well done, everybody, he says. Here we go again. 15.2. Come on, get up there. There we go. Very short interval, so. Just go a bit faster. Luart, thank you.
Ride on.
Right, now the question is, do we ignore the last 400 and do it at a fast pace as well? Cruz, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on.
Okay, just to make it a bit more difficult, I'm going to do the last 400 metres. Let's do it at 17. I won't get my star, but what the heck? Just gives the legs a bit more of a crushing. Just do a bit more work. It is a little bit easy, this one. Normally we think of Wednesday workout as a really, really tough session, so I'm kind of used to it being tough.
Okay, let's go.
Right, let's just do this 400 at 17 then. Just got to stay as relaxed as we can. $200 meters to go. Timothy Eskew, thank you for your ride on. Timothy is the guy who designed the Run module, the Run Smart treadmill module. Well, normally, Paul, Tim designs workouts where we have to go at 19 kilometres an hour, so this is nothing new for us. Heart rate up to 165 though now. There we go. So, chill out for 600 metres, and that's it. Well done, everybody, good job. And Becca Ward's just ahead of me. Hello, Becca. Gradually bringing the pace down. And Ryan Perring, yes, there is also a bug with the stars. So sometimes it'll tell you there are 13 stars available, when in fact it seems there are only 11 or 12. So that does happen. Gabriella, thank you for the ride on.
Ride on!
Another little bug. Brian Dale went at 15 kilometres an hour for that last one. Well done, Brian. It was just worth losing the star just to stick that extra bit of effort in there. But of course, Tim now says I should do this again. I don't think I am going to do it again. What we could do is a couple of extra kilometres just to make up the distance a bit. "200 metres to go of Wednesday workout, and then we're done." But yeah, we'll do a couple more kilometres once we've been spat out of the workout. We'll just carry on. It's so easy to get set up for Zwift running. All you need are a few things. Firstly, access to a treadmill. Either at home or at the gym, it doesn't matter what kind of treadmill you use, any treadmill will work with Zwift. Next, you need a foot pod, preferably a Bluetooth foot pod, and the most popular ones to use at the moment are the Zwift Pod or the Stride. Then simply download the Zwift app onto any of these devices. So, a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android phone, Zwift even works on Apple TV. Pair your footpod in the app, possibly add a heart rate monitor if you like, and that's it. You're all set up for Zwift running. And there we are, just coming up to the finish line. I'll just stop the treadmill momentarily. Okay, so there we go. You can see the intervals that we've done there. Stepping up here, look. There's the first one, second one, third one, fourth, fifth, and that was supposed to be recovery, but we jumped up at that as well. And then gradually bringing it down. The red line is heart rate, and you can see the heart rate goes up, and it goes up kind of slightly delayed to when you do the interval. So look, heart rate is high there at the end of the interval, heart rate is high at the end of the interval there, and here, And again, my highest heart rate is after I've finished the interval here, look. So heart rate is always slightly late off the mark, which is why a lot of people prefer power, because that's a bit more instant. You can see what you're doing and how hard you're working. But as long as you're aware that heart rate is a bit later off the mark, then you can be aware of it, I suppose. Right, that's okay, and we're back to the normal track now, and we'll just carry on for a bit. Thierry Macklin, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
So we'll go up to 10 kilometres an hour and just amble along for a bit. Thanks, Becca.
Ride on!
Oh, I didn't give the ride-ons there. Let me do some ride-ons. Right, let me slow down so it's safe. And we'll dump some ride-ons here. Where's Becca? There she is. Well done, Becca. Dominguez. Martinez. Hampton, well done. England, where's England gone? There he is. Brian Perring. Good job, Brian. Corrigan from Ireland. Tallier from Belgium. Brian Dale, well done, Brian. Oh, Entwistle, where's Brian Dale? There he is. Well done, Brian. Benzman. Not all of these people did the workout with us, but I'm basically just going round the track, dropping ride-ons to everyone I can see. Mercer, well done. De Kock from Holland. Oh, I've done him already. Van der Spoel. Where's Van der Spoel gone? Ah, there we are. Punton from Canada, well done to you. T Swiss. Done him already. Kinsale. Durgin. And Greaves. We've gone for hours just issuing ride-ons. Couldn't we? Church from Canada. Well done. Spajut. We love Spajut. I've no idea how to pronounce his name properly, but it is an awesome name. Ryan Downey is still jogging along. Ian Matthews is still jogging along. Harold de Graaf is still going. Well done, Harold. Neil Furlong. Well done to you. Matt Allard. I think it's Matt. Jay Bowery, I don't know. E. Tran. Kate Andrews. Wow, there's so many people on the track. Right, is that everybody? Pool. Right. Wiley. Then Wiley. Hugenbuch. Okay, that'll do. Back to me. So we'll go up to, we'll do 8 kilometres, shall we? Nice and easy. Oh, it looks like I'm going to Ocean Boulevard. Well, Mayfield, there we are. Because of my camera angles, it sometimes spits me out to different routes when I'm not in a group workout. If you're in a group workout, then you are assigned the route and you can't change the route. But, hey Tan, thank you for the ride on. But if you're just running free, you can change which direction you go manually by pressing some buttons on your keyboard or on your phone. And sometimes my automatic camera angle changer, rather than automatically change the camera angle, it'll automatically change the route I'm on. Which can be a bit frustrating sometimes. Anyway, nice, easy 1.5 kilometres left. Just under. round the track, easing the legs off, just bringing the mileage up a little bit. Dagan, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
And Van der Spoel.
Ride on!
So if you're new to Zwift, go and look at the Zwift website, zwift.com/run. And did you know, if you run on Zwift, it is absolutely free. You do not need to pay anything at the moment for Zwift running. And it has been like that for 2 years. That's because running, it's taken a little time for running to build and to take off. We are slowly getting there, but we are still technically in beta, and that means that nobody has to pay any money to run on Zwift. So go and sign up for your free account, get yourself on a treadmill, come and join us one day for a group run, group workout on Zwift. Makes treadmill running a whole lot more bearable. If you have to run on a treadmill, it really would pay you to do some of your workouts on Zwift with us, like being in a little running club all of your own, an online virtual running club. And the more you run with us, we get to know each other, we chat on the Zwift Runners Facebook page, and we enjoy each other's company in the virtual world. Top Ink, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
And if you haven't subscribed, go and subscribe to the Zwift Live YouTube channel. That's what we're broadcasting on now. I broadcast all my live runs, all my runs on Zwift, and occasionally throw in the commentary for big races and big runs. If I'm not taking part myself, I will go live and commentate on the run. And we also broadcast on the Zwift Runners Facebook page as well, so you've got two places to watch these runs. If you so desire, we have a good bit of banter on the chat as well. And then when you do start racing on Zwift, get yourself signed up to a third-party site called zwiftpower.com. Zwift Power is a website that lists all races and runs and rides on Zwift, but will carry out filtering so that if we have a race where people have miscalibrated their treadmill or their footpod, or it looks like they might be going faster than they actually can do in real life, it can filter those erroneous results out. Ryan, I am only going to 8k. Jason Kaplan, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
Daniel Keeley, or Kelly, thank you very much. He says run on, buddy. Daniel's watching on the Facebook page. Yeah, 8k for me as well. And Smith, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
On the 25th and 26th of January this month, Scramstad, thanks for the ride
on.
I am going to be in Birmingham at the NEC Centre in Birmingham, UK, for the National Running Show, where Zwift will have a booth and also a treadmill on the New Balance, I think the New Balance stand or the Intersport stand. So I will be there both days. It'd be lovely if you're around, if you can come along. If you're already going to the National Running Show, make sure you come and find me. I will be doing some live runs, New Balance marathon training runs live on Zwift in the auditorium. I'll also be doing some question and answer sessions. So if you come along, you can ask me anything you like, really. Ask me about Zwift, Ask me about running, training techniques, marathons, ultras, whatever you like, come and ask me. Don't ask me anything difficult that I don't know about though. Josh Runs says, what run pod do you use? Well, I don't actually use a run pod. My treadmill connects direct to Zwift. So I don't use a run pod. I would recommend the Stride. If you're just getting going, if you're just getting started, have a go with the Zwift Run pod. It's fairly cheap to buy and you can get an idea of what it's like to run on Zwift. But you will find that once you get into serious training, it doesn't really cut the mustard. It's not quite good enough. So you're better off buying the Stride, which is a lot more expensive, but rock solid and a really good foot pod to use. But it's also worth looking at a device called the Run Smart Treadmill Sensor, which is not a foot pod. It attaches to the belt, to the side of your treadmill and measures the belt speed. And that's recently been released. I haven't got one yet, so I can't tell you how good it is, but certainly should be on a par with the Stride. Yes, Daniel. The Garmin 735, decent watch, definitely worth it. If you're just a runner, you might want to look, because I think the 735 is a triathlon watch. So if you do swimming and if you do cycling as well, if you're a triathlete, then 735 is great. But the 945 or the 645, the 945 or the 645 or the 245 are also great watches. The 245 is a really good basic running watch. Will be cheaper to buy. But yeah, 735 is great. So just coming up to 8 kilometres now, and we'll call it a day there. Oh yes, well Daniel, then definitely yes. 735 is the way to go if you don't want to spend loads of money. There are obviously better triathlon watches, but for the bargain that you'll get, yeah. Right, there we go, 8 kilometres done. That's me. Wearing my old school blue Zwift top because I couldn't find my orange one in the wash somewhere. Right, so thanks Daniel, thanks Josh, thanks Paul Carter, Brian Dell, Willie Grider, everyone else who chatted and commented on the chat pages. And well done everybody for taking part in Wednesday workout this week. Good fun. Back tomorrow for the start of the New Balance marathon training runs. We did a 10-week series, which finished just before Christmas. And so we're starting the 10-week series again, looking at different types of training runs that you will do when you're training for a marathon. And if you're doing a spring marathon like the London Marathon, what else is in the spring? Paris Marathon. If you're doing one of the spring marathons, then you should be starting your training now. Your marathon training should be started now. So this will give you an idea of what kind of runs you need to be doing. And that'll be another 10-week series, so starting tomorrow. And then I think I'm running with Ryan Downey on Friday night, and we might do a couple of hill sessions in the morning before that as well. Right guys, that is it. Thank you very much for joining me. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow for another live run on Zwift. Take care. Bye bye.